because I'm sure a lot of people want to know what co-work is. And then
Yes.
happy to take
I was
questions.
just telling them, Vaibhav, that there are 9 more slots remaining. So I'll let the payment link be on the chat.
Sounds good. Okay, guys, we have 9 more seats. Don't worry, even after the 9 seats are over, you can still join the program for 10,000. So not that you will lose the opportunity to join the program, uh, just that the price goes up, and also like we can't give you the bonus. Just a heads up, right? With that being said, okay, we are back on our slides. Okay, so what I want to talk about is Cowork, like I said, right? And for you to use Cowork, you have to use the Claude desktop app. You can't use the Claude web app. You need the Claude desktop app. And of course, it's a paid account. It doesn't work on the free account because Cowork is a very powerful tool. Now, the way you have to think about Cowork is that, Cowork is like a employee, right? It's like a co-employee for you. It can work with you. It can do a lot of things. It can do a lot of things on your computer for you and stuff like that. Right. So for you to use Cowork, you'll see there is chat here and there is something called as Cowork. If you can see my mouse next to chat, there is something called as Cowork on the Claude account. I tap on this and this is what you land on. You can see it's slightly different. It's a very advanced tool. I will not go deep into all of the things because it can do a lot of things together. But let's say the most powerful thing about Cowork is that it can do stuff on the files on my computer. That is the crazy part. It can do a lot of work using the files on my computer. So I can just click on this drop down and click on choose a different folder right here, right? And you can see the thing opened up, which is the desktop files. I can go to desktop and I have a folder called as Lenny's podcast transcripts archive. So I listened to this podcast called as Lenny's podcast. It's a product podcast, it's quite insightful. And I've downloaded a bunch of podcasts, downloaded a bunch of transcripts from YouTube of those podcasts. So transcripts are effectively the text files of what was covered inside of the podcast in form of text, right? I have that. I just select the folder, click on open. You know what it is? Now Claude can use the files on that folder. That is the crazy part. So if I open my Finder, let me show you this. The Lenny's folder has all these files. Look at this. These are all the files that are on the Lenny's folder. These are bunch of podcasts, literally like I think close to 50, 60, 100 podcasts, I guess. All the 100 podcast transcript files are here. If I open any of them, you can see this is like the transcript. Like everything that was spoken in the podcast is written in form of text. It's a long, long transcript. It's all here and it's in form of hundreds of podcast files inside of this folder, and that is a folder that I gave access to Claude. Now I can write a prompt. I can write a prompt something like this. Hey, I want you to go through the folder that I've given you access to, which is the Lenny's podcast transcripts archive. Inside of that folder, there are a bunch of transcripts of Lenny's podcast with a lot of incredible people. You see, all the podcasts are on AI or are about AI. And what I want to learn from all these podcasts is I don't have the time to watch all the podcasts. So I got you all the transcripts. You can read all the transcripts, understand what's in the podcast, and give me one final roadmap from all these files on how I can implement AI inside of my company. I understand AI really well, but I need some ideas. I'm sure a lot of ideas were shared inside of this podcast. I want you to read up all the transcripts, understand what is covered by all these top people, and build me a roadmap of implementing AI inside of my company. And every time you talk about a tactic, make sure you mention who recommended it and give me like a roadmap document that I could basically use. In fact, don't just give me a roadmap document, convert that into a 5 slide presentation for me, which I could just skim through and in a way do a presentation with all my leadership as well with the presentation skill. There you go. I've given the prompt. I said go through all the transcripts that are inside of the folder that I just shared. That is AI or Claude needs to go through all these transcripts, find the top insights. Once it finds the top insight, it needs to make a roadmap. Then it needs to convert that into a presentation, which is insane. All right. You can see the UI is slightly different. The moment I give this prompt, there is something called as progress, which is right here. Lenin's podcast transcript archive, which is it will end up writing a prompt. and it will auto populate all this context as well. So it's going to do everything all by itself. I don't have to do anything. If it has questions, it will just ask me, right? Or else it will do everything all by itself. So let's see what it does. Look at this. It's saying preparing session at this point of time. It is just preparing right now. It's just thinking about how it should go about solving this problem. And I'll tell you what it will do. Because there are so many transcripts, it's going to spin up multiple AI agents. It's going to make multiple copies of Claude, like it'll copy itself into 10, 15, 20 variations possibly, and then split up the whole task among its AI agents, get all these AI agents to work parallelly for it, and then do the work for us. Guys, this is something called as agent swarms. We talk more about this in the bootcamp as well. These are advanced concepts, but I still wanted to give you a direction on what is possible with AI just with one tool, Claude, which is so crazy if you think about it. It's right now thinking, you can see working through a complex setup, working on it is what it says. It's doing all that work in the back end. And once it understands, what you will see is in this progress bar, right? It'll make a checklist. Look at this. List transcript files. It's right now listing the transcript files for us, all happening parallelly. Look at this. It has listed down all the transcript. Look how many of them are there. Probably 100 plus podcasts. Funny, how long do you think it will take for a human to do this?
I think easily probably a month's time.
Yeah, I don't think even in a month's time we'll be able to capture everything unless you're like a very smart person, which I'm not. So I don't think I'll be able to do this. Now it is running an agent. You can see this. It's running one agent for us right now. And look at this. It is reading through multiple transcripts at this point of time. Okay. And now it has started to write code. Guys, it will do all this fancy stuff. Eventually, this is the process that you will end up with. Okay. You can see it found actually 299 transcripts. I thought 100 transcripts. 299 transcripts. It did all this stuff. It found the 299 transcripts. It read all of them and eventually built a roadmap for me. Look at this. In that prompt, I didn't talk about making it into a presentation right away. As a result, it went through 300 videos transcript, which are on my computer by spinning up multiple agents and build the 17-page document for me. Then I said, convert this into presentation in black and neon green premium design, which matches outskill.com branding. It worked again for 10-15 minutes and then ended up giving me this deck. If I just wait for it to do, it'll take like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, actually 20 minutes. So nobody has the time to sit and watch it do. So I gave it, and look at this. This is a deck it made, which is a 6-slide presentation on the whole thing, on everything that we learned as a roadmap. And look at this. This is recommended by 300 top people in the world in AI. I got AI to condense all that information and throw it at us. If you think this is insane, drop in a heart. Drop in a heart if you think this is insane. And this effectively is what co-work is, guys. And when this came out, right, the market was like, bro, jobs are done. It can do jobs of so many people at once. And as a result, the market reacted like crazy, because of which the IT index crashed completely. Of course, this and skills. It's a very advanced tool. If I go deep into this, I'll have to spend 2 hours just on this. But I wanted to give you a direction on what is possible with this. Now, with that being said, uh, Funny, do we have the document ready with prompts and everything? Just
Yes.
in case if people are waiting for that, I want to give that to them so they can drop off from the call if they want to. Just quickly prepare that with tools and everything. I think the prompt document is there. You just have to put the tool names inside of it. Let's
Yes.
prepare that and give it right away on the call. No emails, nothing, guys. Give Funny 5 minutes. He's going to prepare that document and give you. The dates are right on the screen. I know there are a lot of questions from a lot of you people. Okay. There are literally, I can see 135 questions, Funny, right now. Okay.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Yeah, I just took a
so
look at that. Vaibhav, just want to clarify, we have the last 6 slots remaining, and a lot of the questions are also around I'm not available during the dates that are shown. What do I do? Like I mentioned, you can always defer once, and we conduct this bootcamp once every month. But like you saw, the price is something that we are doing for a very special audience today. So we'll not be able to keep this price much later. You will have to join later in case you are enrolling at 25,000. However, today you can block your seat and move into the next month or the month after that as well. That is something that we are doing. However, we have the last 6 slots remaining. I will share the link once again so that all of you can um, go ahead and access that. I also saw questions around the tools, which is and get multi. So all of you will be getting individual access to the coupon codes, right? These are individual coupon codes that you will be getting access to. And you will be able to go ahead and apply them on your own accounts once we go ahead and share them. And we will be giving you access to the coupon codes within the next 24 hours. You will get access to it, right? So there is a portal that you will have to log into, and there you will be getting your coupon codes. Very, very easy for you to go ahead and figure that out. So this is everything. The last 6 slots is what we had when our team told me. I will just recheck that as we get into the questions as well that people are asking.
Okay, funny. So what I did was I basically